It's time for Chad and Wes Watch a Trailer.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. This is Wes,
This is Chad.
and today this is episode 1 of Chad and Wes Watch a Trailer.
Indeed.
So today, or this weekend rather, Comic-Con's been going on. There's been lots of really cool stuff going on, but today, being Saturday, the biggest thing that probably happened the entire day at the con was the Warner Brothers presentation in Hall H, which was talking about a couple of movies, but one of the ones in particular is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. And they showed what is kind of the first substantial trailer for it. It wasn't just a teaser; actually gave us some insight into what the plot was going to be about and gave us a better view of the characters and stuff like that. And so it's kind of what a lot of people were asking for, but we decided to go ahead and watch it with you guys and discuss it.
They're coming out with a Batman vs Superman movie?
Oh my god!
When did this happen?
It's an indie film. It's a small art house project. Like
kind of no-name actors.
Yeah, they've only got like a $40 million budget, so it's going to be very, very, very low budget.
I don't even know if I'm going to bother seeing this movie.
Yeah, I definitely would not drive an hour to go see a trailer for it.
Oh wait, that did happen.
Okay.
All right.
So we've got it queued up here. This is if you're gonna follow along, just go to YouTube and search for it. It's the one put up by Warner Brothers. It's the official one. It's 3 minutes and 40 seconds long. We've got it queued up here, ready
it was
to.
Published on July 11th, 2015.
Yeah, you can't miss it. It'll probably be like the top one that's trending. It's already got 4 million views and it's only been up for a couple hours. So we're gonna press play here in 3, 2, 1. All right, we've got the obligatory stuff there, and
There we go.
they still haven't told us what this character's name is.
Yeah.
Holly Hunter.
I love the Superman equals illegal alien right there.
Go back where you came from, boy. This girl won't stop like laughing and chuckling in the corner. I don't know if you saw that. Or not.
I did not see it. I'm going to have to watch it again.
So I thought, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, like, I'm trying to figure out if that is a part of his origin or something like that, if this is pre him becoming Batman or not.
Oh, no, you know what that is?
What?
That's Man of Steel. That's the fight.
Right, well, I got that was like the fight that happened during Man of Steel, and he was like witness to it.
Yes.
But was he already doing the Batman thing at this point in his life?
Yes, and I'll point out to you why that is here in a second.
Okay.
It's got a kind of a modern Batcave. Looks like it's the Joker sent him to
that
him.
That seems Joker related.
Big thought about that. Pull a tire. I don't know what
Tire
that's about.
pulling, very important for the trailer, I'm sure. Who's he supposed to be?
That's Alfred.
That's Alfred, okay.
Yeah. Al. If you're going back to Batman and Robin, he was Al. Black Perry White.
Yeah.
Oh, not Clark Kent. Superman will.
It does. It means hope. We've discussed that.
Why do we have to talk about this S every time we get together? Damn it, Lois.
I also love how they painted the S on their rooftop very accurately.
Yeah.
Now, why did he have to save it right then? Couldn't he have just flown around the world really, really fast backwards?
Or couldn't he have used his vision to put it back together?
Or he could have used his building walls with his eyes vision. Wasn't that Superman 4?
Oh, God.
Oh, we're missing
This is the best Superman movie. It's kind of our first look at Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Dead Zod. Dead Robin.
Now, you said that's Robin, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's been around for a while if that's happening.
Yeah. So I wasn't really listening, but there's a point in the trailer where he says, I've been in Gotham for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk about it here in a minute.
God. So, I mean, there's so much going on. It seems like he's going to have to destroy him. Good luck there, Bats.
Yeah.
It's like...
some kind of
so
Magnificent Seven going on.
Traditional origin story for Batman.
Yeah. Wonder Woman plane, maybe? I don't know what that is.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And so
that's awesome.
When I saw that in the trailer, I'm like, wait a minute. And then the, like, Superman police.
Yeah, I've got thoughts about that.
And then
and some more kryptonite there, and Superman's going to lay there while Batman jumps on him.
Yeah, I was going to say, why didn't you move, Superman? Why are you
that's
so slow
that's
with your
cool. That's
vision?
not something we've seen before. Yeah.
So,
the red capes are coming.
but so, like, that makes me... That doesn't invoke his character for me, it invokes the Joker for me.
Oh,
Like,
Luther?
Yeah, I don't feel like that's a Luther type line. Like, it just for me, like, and I'm not nearly as into the comic book lore as you are, but it seemed out of place for me.
Yeah. So, all right. So, a couple things. So that's the end of.
Okay.
If you're just still playing, you picked the wrong one. Or if it finished 2 minutes ago, then you also picked the wrong one.
Or you had buffering issues like we did initially.
So the Luthor thing, we'll talk about that since that's kind of the freshest thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be a very unique take on Luther. I've heard him called both things. I don't know.
Right. Lex.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg talked a little bit about. I watched the panel and he talked some about it then. He's talked about it in some previous interviews where I think he said he's trying to do a little bit of a unique take on Luther, like it's not supposed to be kind of what we've seen before.
Okay.
So I think maybe a little more kind of sarcastic, sinister, rather than just like super. I mean, I think we saw a little bit of it in Superman Returns with that guy. The bald guy.
Well, so what you're saying, Wes, is if I'd done more research and actually like sought out some panels and some actual things about his character, I might actually be informed. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Well, one thing I think is that I have a question about is like in all the shots in the trailer there, he has hair, and
Right.
previous to this, the only like promotional shot that I'd seen that involved him in it was like a picture. I think he posted like on his Twitter account or something
Where he's bald or
where
something?
where he's bald and like he looks like he's shaven. I don't know if he put on a cap and it was just really good, but
I wonder if part of the storyline is his exposure to the kryptonite, his obsession with the kryptonite causes him to go bald.
yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I mean, that's from the comics.
And that definitely gives him a reason to like hate Superman. Like maybe it gave him a disease, cancer, or something like that. And and he blames Superman for it, and that's why he's like after him.
I mean, and we've seen Lex do wigs before. I mean, so that could not be his hair. I couldn't really tell whether or not that was attached to his noggin or not.
Right. So yeah, what's another thing?
So the Batman origin stuff.
Right.
So yeah, he says in the trailer, he's like, I've been in Gotham for 20 years. That's one thing they've talked about a little bit publicly at some of the interviews and stuff. Is
Batman has been there for 20 years, or Bruce Wayne has been there for 20 years?
Batman.
Okay.
Like this is supposed to be Batman. Like he is established. He's been doing this for a long time. Ben Affleck was given an interview, and he even kind of alluded to the fact that it might be towards the end of his career. Like maybe he was thinking about hanging it up. I don't know, but
well, so the big like metal bat suit that he has does remind me of the things I've seen from it was either comics or some animated movies where Batman has the big armor suit.
Yeah. Well, if you've
read, he's old in those comics or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to let you borrow it. So it's the Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller is kind of the biggest Batman story out there. It's probably the most popular and the most critically acclaimed and all that kind of good stuff. But the big scene in that one is Batman versus Superman, and Batman has armor on pretty much exactly like that. Like it's very obvious that's where they drew their inspiration from, and that's what they're going for. And basically, it's designed to not let Superman snap his neck instantly.
How? But he can snap anything. Like, anyway, I have issues with Batman even beginning to be a challenge for Superman.
Is this the part where we have the validity of Batman versus Superman? I think you and I are on the same page with this.
Here's the thing. So the one thing I will say that kind of snapped into focus for me when I watched this trailer, I heard someone early on say something about they shouldn't be using a V because that's used for court cases. Batman v Superman, that doesn't make any sense. Well, we see in this trailer that there is like a court case going on. He's coming before Congress or whatever, and perhaps there is an element of this that there is a legal side of this thing that's going on.
Yeah.
And so that's why they use the V instead of the VS.
Or maybe it's all a smokescreen, and this is really an actual court case.
Yeah.
CSI Batman Superman.
This is like the oh shoot, now I can't even remember the name. Law and Order. There we go.
Yeah.
This is like Batman Superman Law and Order edition.
And it's just gonna be Superman and Batman in court. You wrecked my freaking building, dude.
My insurance company did not cover that. Anyway,
Superman's illegal aliens who doesn't have insurance, and then there's the whole political thing, and
Oh yeah,
There's all the pro
that
stretchers.
sign, like all those signs of like Superman or anti illegal aliens. I was like, oh, are we really going that direction? Once again, this is not a political podcast, so I'm not going to get into all of that.
They're drawing real world comparisons, Chad.
Oh,
they want to make you feel something.
Oh man, that
you feel something.
suspending my disbelief, I tell you.
Yeah.
Um.
So Wonder Woman, first time we got to saw her.
Dude, like that was, I think, the moment when I watching the trailer, and just to clue in our listener, that when we first discussed watching this, we decided we were going to watch it before we recorded the podcast. So I pulled up online a trailer that was not this trailer, but the device I was pulling it up on did not show dates or anything like that. So I watched a trailer from like a year ago that was fan made from clips from other movies, and I did not realize I was watching that. And there's a point in the trailer where it's got a scene from The Watchmen, and I'm like, "What the heck? That looks like The Watchmen." I didn't put it together. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that was a fun little.
I was really concerned, so I was texting Chad earlier, and I was like, "Oh man, did you watch the trailer? Like, it's awesome. I've been texting you." And he's like, "Oh, hold on, let me go watch it or whatever." And he comes back, he's like, "Meh." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "Well, apparently we're gonna have some things to talk about." He's like, "Because I don't know if I'm excited about this like you are."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?
Well,
did he watch the same thing I just watched? Because that was awesome."
So when I finally did find the right trailer and watch it, it was the moment when we saw Wonder Woman and she was introduced. That kind of part of the trailer that it clicked for me, that I was like, oh my gosh, this may be the first time I've really been excited for this movie. I want to see it. I like comic book movies. I like movies in general.
Yeah.
But that moment, that was right about the time in the trailer where I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is going to be awesome. This movie has a lot wider scope and than I was originally led to believe. Like, it seemed like it was going to be very much about their dynamic, Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
But there is a lot more apparently going on in this movie.
Oh yeah. Well, Zack Snyder, the director, was talking about it, and he said Wonder Woman is kind of the key to the whole Justice League thing. Like, she's what kind of ties this to the next step and whatever comes next. You know, that's pretty much all he said. So I don't know how she comes into play or how all that comes along or whatever, but her involvement somehow sets up Justice League.
Does Aquaman show up in this? Or has he just been announced as cast for Justice League?
I think he's supposed to be in this.
So maybe briefly.
Yeah, I would guess like a cameo. I mean, it seems like from the trailer with everything that's going on.
What about the Wonder Twins?
I think they were in the trailer.
And the monkey? Is the monkey going to be there?
Well, here's the secret. Lex Luthor and Holly Hunt's character, whatever her character's name is, because I haven't said, those are actually the Wonder Twins.
Oh, I can't wait.
Spoilers. Sorry, spoilers.
Oh,
I forgot to say
you
spoilers.
ruined it for everybody.
You heard it here first, folks. When they come out to be the Wonder Twins, that one person who's listening to this podcast, that's not myself, can be like, oh, they totally said it.
I downloaded this podcast from as many separate computers as I could.
I'm all getting excited calling Chad, oh man, we've had 100 listeners in the past night, and Chad's like sleep deprived because he's been downloading it all night. I think one of the things that got me really excited about it is there's a scene where Batman's kind of clutching the side of a building and he shoots his bat rope thing and shoots away right before Superman's heat vision hits the building. And
because Batman's reaction time is faster than lasers.
Well, we don't know what was going on before that happened, so I don't know if he
Superman telegraphed it, and Batman's so smart he knew that it was coming. Whatever.
Well, we can discuss plot holes when we actually get to receive the plot. However, the reason that made me excited is because we've never gotten to see Batman really do anything like that before. Every time we've seen an actor put on a Batman suit before, he's not really been able to move a whole lot. Like even with the Christopher Nolan stuff, like Batman was either gliding or it just doesn't seem to be moving around a whole lot.
Yeah, the movement's always been rigid when they're in suit.
Yeah, exactly.
And it does look like he is able to be really agile in his stuff, except for maybe when he's in the big armor suit.
Oh yeah.
But his normal suit in this, he still looks pretty badass and he's pretty agile.
I'll go ahead and say it. This is by far my favorite design for a Batman costume in a movie. I thought the Nolan stuff was pretty cool. Like it made sense because it was kind of supposed to be more of a real world, like, oh, this is what Batman would have to wear if Batman was real and that kind of stuff. But this is the most kind of graphically appealing to a comic book fan. So I thought that was really cool. And
Nerd.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I am a huge nerd.
Yeah, it's okay. I am too.
But yeah, I'm even more excited about the trailer. I've already watched it probably 10 times today. I will probably watch it 10 times tomorrow,
Oh,
and try and stave off my excitement for this movie because it doesn't come out till March, so we've still got a little while, which means that we'll probably have at least one more big trailer come out for this thing.
mayhaps we'll record another podcast for that one.
Say it ain't so.
Cool, man. Well, I think that about wraps it up for this Chad and Wes Watch a Trailer. Thanks for listening.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
next time. Thanks for listening to Chad and Wes Watch a Trailer.